and welcome, it's Matt Finnegan here. You're watching another Soccer Insight betting preview. Before I get into today's preview, I just want to quickly mention my Insiders Club, making good profits so far this season. If you want to get involved in that and get all my account bets on matches like this, then head over to betting-insight.com. Click on the soccer section and you'll see all the details there. Just £5 a week, and it really is sort of good value. An in-play room as well. So that's my Insiders Club. But let's get into this game, and it's Cardiff entertaining Manchester United. It's the second Super Sunday game, and this is an interesting match. It's the first meeting between the two teams in the top league, and United, well, they go into the match in reasonably good form. They've had a very stuttering start, but 3 wins on the bounce, as you can see through the form there, and a draw. So unbeaten in the last 5 games. Cardiff, well, they're not doing too bad for a team that's just come up from the Championship, and but the real sort of question, and we'll sort of cover the options, is how strongly will you feel that Cardiff will get a result? And you can see United there on the OP index 1.62, Cardiff 5-1, the draw 4.75, and I think you will have plenty of options if you fancy the away side to come away with all 3 points, and I'll touch on those in a moment. Head to head, like I say, this is the first meeting, so there's no sort of comparisons there. So let's have a look at the early Betfair prices, and this was, you can see, just 25,000 match, and these recordings are done very, very early in the week, and the prices are subject to change. You can see United, they're a little bit above the OP index of 162, so it's almost there. I would say that United will most likely shorten towards the index price. I can't see much movement in Cardiff. If that happens, the draw may likely to move out as well. That's a little bit skinnier, just over 3-1 there. So if you fancy the draw, you're not really getting any value in that out of this game. Touch of value in United, and I think for that reason, as we draw closer to the weekend, I think that price will get closer to 160 rather than sort of go above 170. But that's just my opinion. The markets are a law to themselves, but just keep an eye on that. But if you do fancy United, you may want to sort of just take that little bit of value. Let's have a look at the options of either side if you fancy them to win or get a result in the game. Now, Cardiff, the double chance, you're going to need at least 6-4, 2.5 on Cardiff and the draw, okay? And that's based on sort of the prices that you're sort of currently seeing on the exchanges there. And, if United move in, then you're going to get that that sort of price. So if you fancy them to come away with at least a point, then you can either lay them on the exchanges or look for sort of 2.5, 6-4 in old money on Cardiff and the draw, and that's going to be fair value. Another option is Cardiff to score, and you will need 4-5 here, 1.8, 16 plus minutes, so you're eliminating the first 15 minutes. Cardiff around 1.55, I think, to score in the match, so it ramps it up to a fairly sort of decent sort of price. 4-5 that they score at some point. United they will offer some chances to the home side, and you're taking away that any sort of kind of result in the match, and that could be a good option. And finally, a speculative bet on Cardiff is to win either half. If you can get 2-1, 3.0, now that's it's basically not a bad bet. United could be leading 2-0. Cardiff could get a shot lead. It gives you so many sort of outs, but it is quite sort of speculative there. And 2-1, if you can get 3.0 or above on that, that's not a bad bet, but it is quite sort of speculative. Out of the 3 there, I think Cardiff to score after 16 minutes is probably the best one. If you don't want to play whether they've got to at least get a point. Now, Man United, well, they're fair value if you think they're going to win, okay? But 167 on the exchanges are pretty much around our index price. with the bookmakers, so the fair value to win, and that's that's the easiest option to sort of take. Now you could ramp up the price through the elimination using the winning margin option. Dutching 1 or 2 goals, you should look for around about 11 to 10, 2.1. That should be your benchmark there on a United sort of victory. And you sort of say, will they win by 3 or more goals? I think away from home, they might be unlikely in this in this game. Cardiff have been keeping it quite tight at the back as well. So that's going to ramp it up. That's what you're looking for. I'll cover the winning margins in a moment. And a speculative bet is to win not to nil, and it's almost bringing in that Cardiff to score. So if that's your thought process, Cardiff to score, to win not to nil, again that should be over 2 to 1. Okay, you should easily get that. 15 to 8 I would say is probably the bare minimum on United not to win to nil. That's a bit of a speculative bet, and it really sort of boils down to how much you feel Cardiff will score, and then United going on to win. Let's have a look at those winning margins, and you can sort of see that that the prices there are roughly bang on that 210. Dutch in 1 or 2 goals, 209. So you will find that it could be subject to change, certainly if United shorten in the market. You can see Dutch in 1, 2 and 3 is pretty much bang on the money. Now a braver call with United is eliminating that 1 and saying it's going to fall in 2 or 3 goals. They're going to comfortably win. If you're sort of going to take that, your thought process is that they're going to win 2-0 or something. That's where you're going to saying that they're going to win by more than 1 goal. I can't see them winning by 4. Again, that really ramps up the price, and that certainly gives you the option there. Cardiff, if you're going to play in the winning margins, it's not worth touching. I would just think you'd just pay Cardiff to win by 1 goal. That ramps it up from the index price 2.7 to 1, 8.0, and that would be the option if you need to sort of play there. They're not going to beat United, in my opinion, by 2 or more goals if they are to win the game. It's a brave call if you're going to play that. I think United will go and get all 3 points here. Let's have a look at the unders and overs, and they're pretty much on the money. The main markets here, certainly the 2.5 goals market, and if you want to play the unders, then sort of take that price. 207 is the best sort of price that we see. It's fair value, okay, based on the index. It's right within that sort of tolerance level there, as is the overs as well. But with the overs, I'm always in the opinion that see the tempo of the game. The price is moving in your direction, okay, and 5-10 minutes, it's not going to matter if there's not a goal. You can form an opinion of the game, see how the teams play, are they creating sort of chances or looking to score, and then reveal your hands. So I'm not a big fan of backing overs pre-game. Certainly in the TV games where you can watch the action and then make a decision, and if there isn't a goal, it's moving in your favour. If there is, you can just sit and wait. You're still going to get opportunities throughout the game to get involved, unless, and there will be some games where you get 3 quick goals and you feel frustrated. But the flip side of it is, by waiting, that increase in price on your other bets will more than compensate for the odd game that may contain 3 early goals, and that's quite rare. Finally, let's have a look at some of the in-play stats for this game. And matches at 25 minutes, there's only a 42.86% chance of a goal before half time. Okay, so if it is tight, there's no goals, it's less than 50. The markets are not going to be at that sort of price. So it's going to pay you to almost swim against the grain. But what you're looking for there is that not a lot of action in the match. A very, very sort of tight game, and the markets will be the in-play markets like 0-0 half-time score, or under 0.5 goals in the first half market, goals market. They're going to be a good price for you to sort of get involved and on that sort of score. So that you're getting value on that side of the market. However, there's a 72.5% chance of a goal being scored between 25 and 70 minutes. That's that middle sort of 45. It's a 45 minutes bang centre in the middle of the game. And if that happens, there's a 77% chance of another goal being scored. And that's across all games. So that's including games with goals before 25 minutes. So, you know, there is an opportunity, you know, within that. So, you know, something like over 1.5 goals, or if there has been a goal over 2.5 goals, you're going to be able to sort of play around about the SP, around about sort of 35 minutes, you know, 35, 36, 37 minutes, and there's a 72% sort of chance that you know, that there could be a goal in that sort of period. And finally, there is a 65.83% chance of a last goal coming after 65 minutes, 1.52. So, you know, you could look at markets where the last goal is around about sort of 73 minutes for this game. That's going to be 1.91 with the likes of sort of Paddy Power. Again, you're not going to get that prices on the exchanges around sort of 65 minutes. Okay, it's a little bit further in time, sort of 73 minutes. It's only 8 minutes, but it's a 1.52 chance at 65 minutes. It's not going to be 191 with the exchanges or the bookmakers at 73 minutes. So just bear that in mind, there's an opportunity there. So that's it from me. I hope you found this video tutorial useful. Check out all the tutorials on YouTube, and of course, you know, subscribe to the channel, and you can see all the video previews, not just only the football but also the great previews that we do on the NFL as well. So that's it. My name's Matt Finnegan. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.